Ladies and gentlemen, village people, hello and welcome back to MicroTown. It's the biggest town with the biggest heart. No? Not quite. Anyway, yes, I'm fully anticipating this will be the last episode of MicroTown, purely because I feel like we've not got that much tech left to go, and we're probably going to be able to set up whatever it is, glass blowing, bricklaying, and clothing lines, whatever the production process is. We're probably going to be able to do that in this episode, and then we need to finish off with the monument construction. So why don't we immediately get things going by unlocking glass blowing and seeing exactly what that entails? I suspect that there might be some sand extraction involved. I've got to presume so. Does a quarry do that? I think that might be what happens. Why don't I bump the number of people actually working at this quarry up, and that will allow me to get some sand pits as well? Sure. Okay, no. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, get a bunch of sand pits. Get a bunch of sand pits, and you know what? Get a few more quarries as well, just to speed up the process, really. Brilliant. Okay, 2 more quarries. That's fantastic. And then what is it that we're after? We're after... Nope, not that. I don't know, like a blowery? Is that a thing? I don't even know where glass is made. It's definitely not a food thing. Glass blower? A blowery. I was not far off with a blowery, actually. Sand and coal. Well, I don't actually think that we've got an issue with coal, do we? Like, we've got plenty of coal. I mean, it's not loads, but it's enough to get started. That's for sure. So let's absolutely plonk the glass blowery down. Stick it down there, and we're going to need a glass kiln as well. We'll try and get, well, like 2 glass kilns, something along those lines. We'll plonk that down, see what the heck happens. I think we're okay for planks at the moment, so here's hoping that everything will go reasonably smoothly. My entire population hates me, apparently. I'm very disappointed that they've decided to adopt that position, especially the productivity boost. That's the biggest bummer. That's the biggest bummer here, but that's okay. Anyway, in the last episode, I briefly talked about how I was considering moving the brewing vats out of town, perhaps to somewhere else, perhaps to somewhere a little bit more accessible. I'm not sure that I really want to do that anymore, to be honest. I think maybe we'll just keep the brewing vats in the center of town, at least for now. We'll see if it needs to be amended at some point in the future. But already we can see the glass blower is fully operational. Brilliant. And the glass kilns, presumably this is an unattended step. It is indeed, and it takes 30 seconds. And there's a single blower. There's a single blower in the glass blowery, which is totally fine. Yeah, what do we actually need to do? And what do we need to do to fix our happiness? Is it food? Is it food that's the problem? It's not food that's the problem. What is the problem? Is it furniture? Furniture that's the problem? It's not firewood, that's for sure. Furniture is a little bit of a problem. Bread's not a problem. Medicine is a little bit of a problem. I mean, medicine is a little bit of a problem. How are we doing in the land of honey? Also, yes, I cannot remember. I cannot remember the commenter who made the observation, but I had a bunch of florists who are supposed to plant flowers, and unfortunately, they're not planting flowers because I just built beehives on top of the patch of flowers. So instead, we're going to move the florist's area of operation to some brand new areas so that the bees will be able to migrate down south and east of where they currently are in order to access the flowers, and that should theoretically mean that we'll be able to get just a little bit more honey. It might not work like that, but I guess we'll see. Okay, are we short on herbs? We're short on herbs. Alright, well, let's see if we can try and get that done as quickly as possible. We can fix the herb situation by placing down another one of these guys. Gardeners, that's right. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And we'll put 3 employees in there as well for good measure. Brilliant. So that should allow us to make more medicine, and the more medicine that we get, the more we're able to satisfy the demand of all of our sick villagers, I guess. I don't actually know. Furniture, I did say, was the other one, didn't I? The carpenters, hard at work, hardly working. Carpentry tables seem pretty empty at the moment, to be honest. But I could get another couple. I'll get another 6, and then I'll also buy some 2 new carpentry houses. What are they called? Like carpentry shacks? Carpenter shacks? The more carpenter shacks that we have, the more furniture we're going to be able to produce. It's pretty simple, really. So we'll do that. That's great. Books. We don't really need books for happiness. Beer and mead. It's low, but it's consistent. We're managing to cope with beer and mead output. What else do we need? There must be something else that we're missing. There must be something else that we're missing. I don't actually think that there is. I think it's maybe just medicine. Yeah, so when there are 4 of any particular thing, maybe we're not even doing that badly for furniture, to be honest. When there are 4 of any specific thing, that usually means that they're being transported to the supply stall, I think. So, where's the medicine supply stall? The medicine supply stall is here. So you can see that there is 1 stored medicine, and there are 3 delivery objectives. So, yeah, fine. Anyway, we've got some more farmers, so they're going to farm up the herbs. Minus 34 happiness. I'm sure that's going to decrease over time. What the heck is the point of glass blowers? Decoration used for monument construction. Literally just used for monument construction. Okay, that's cool. Give me a warehouse. We build a warehouse to store glass, then that would be grand. Build that right next door to the glass blower. It would be good to start accumulating glass right now, so that when we do eventually get round to building the monument, we can just go into it straight away. So that's grand. I think that's pretty much, I mean, that's glass. Once we have the builders finished up building that warehouse, we are absolutely grand. A few more carpenters to help increase the furniture supply. Medicine supply is now not too bad. And yet, the happiness of the village people is unbelievably low. I have no idea. I have no idea why this is happening to me. What do you need? Medicine? You're discontent with the amount of medicine? Yeah, pretty much everyone is discontent with the amount of medicine. Tavern availability. Low. Low and low. So it's literally just medicine that we need. Well, I tell you what. The herbs. Holy cow. How long does it take to grow herbs? 120 seconds. As opposed to carrots, which take 120 seconds as well. And tomatoes, 120 seconds. Wowzers. They take a long time. Okay. Give me some more herb plots. Yeah. Get way more herb plots. So that'll at least hopefully make a dent in our medicine manufacturing. Because it's literally herbs that are holding up the entire production process now. So there we go. Okay, good. Let's unlock the next tech. Bricklaying unlocks the brick production chain. Now, this might be one of the more complicated bits. What have we got? Brickyard. Makes unfired bricks from sand and clay. Grout is mixed first at the grout mixer, then molded at the brick molder. Brilliant. Okay. Grout thingy. And brick molder. Sure. Let's just get that. And then at the brick kilns. So we'll get that. And sure. You know, we can adjust as we go. That's totally fine. How are we doing for planks? We're not doing super great for planks, but we're not doing too badly. Also, I have noticed that we've finished our warehouse and we're starting to accumulate a good number of bits of glass. I don't know what this monument is going to be made of. Well, it's going to obviously be made of glass, but I don't know how glass sort of fits into the general structure. Making a monument out of glass seems like a pretty bad idea, to be honest. Pretty bad idea. Should I delete this market square? I feel like I can. I feel like I should be able to delete the market square. Everyone should be able to just, you know, make their way up to that area. Ooh, pottery. How are we doing for pottery? we're actually doing fine for pottery. Yeah, we're doing totally fine for pottery. I mean, maybe I'll need to adjust a few bits and bobs here and there. But for the most part, it looks fine. Do we have much clay, actually? Do we have much spare clay? Where's clay? Clay, 40 clay. Okay, I'm just wondering because obviously we're gonna need to make bricks and we're gonna need spare sand and clay for that. Looks like we got enough spare sand and enough spare clay to sort of start work on the brickworks immediately. So that's grand. How are the bees doing? The bees seem totally fine. Wonderful. I think we've run out of planks. Mostly run out of planks. That's a big old bummer if you ask me. That is a big old bummer. I mean, we could obviously build another lumberjack. We could build another lumberjack somewhere, given that, you know, this is sort of the last, well, what I suspect to be the last episode. I feel like, you know, we can afford to take some liberties. I mean, it's not like we're going to be returning here. We don't need to ensure that there is sort of healthy tree life forevermore. We can just decimate the environment. Obviously. So we might do that. I think we will. We'll build that lumberjack down there. And then we'll work on maybe getting another lumberjack up here. Although we did have one over here, and I got rid of it because we were taking advantage of the trees too much. Okay. Change the area of effect. Change the area of effect to down there. Brilliant. Yeah, that's not looking too bad. That's not looking too bad at all. How much glass we got? 13. Very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. Brickworks. How on earth have we not finished the brickworks yet? It's been on the cards for ages. Maybe ditch a bunch of this. I'm just not convinced that this is a priority at the moment. Right. Get rid of all of these extra plots, and then we can see what we're going to need to do. Who left that plank there? That's a completely unattended plank. That's money. That's cash money right there. Alright, we're doing fine for pigs. We're doing fine for ham. We're doing fine for literally everything. Literally everything. Pottery. We're also doing fine for pottery. I think I might need some more pottery kilns. Yeah, I think I need an extra row of pottery kilns. Yeah. Give me 4 extra pottery kilns, and if I could put them on low priority, I would, because it's absolutely not high priority stuff, but that's fine. That is a high priority piece of work, so let's get that done as pronto as we possibly can. The lumberjack, that is. You're gonna work down here for now. That's grand. And everyone else will just continue on as normal. Okay, great. Well, we're already down to like minus 26 happiness. Immediately down to minus 51. They are a fickle bunch, these villagers. They really are. And it's still medicine, by the way. Still medicine. Okay, I mean, we are slightly closer to fixing the problem. It looks like we've got a good number of herbs. Good number of herbs waiting here. It doesn't even take that long. It doesn't even take that long to make medicine. We're just not able to make it. How many herbs do we have, actually? We've got 13 herbs, so basically none. We got loads of honey. Loads and loads and loads of honey. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. But, hey-ho. Oh, brilliant. Finally, we're making progress on the brickworks. The brickworks and the brickyard. Fantastic. We're just done with that. Only one person can be assigned to both of these buildings. That's fine, I guess. Not a big deal. My apologies. I had to tab out there to cough. I thought I'd mute my microphone. I'm still recovering from a bit of a bug, as you may be able to hear in my voice. I'm a little bit more dulcet than usual. My tones, anyway. My voice. It's a little bit deeper. Anyway, disregard that, because that's not really strictly relevant to the task at hand. Minus 19, minus 20 happiness. That's good. That's very, very good, in fact. That's really not bad. Come on. Medicine, medicine, medicine. Why is it that medicine is such a problem? Can I try building some more of these herbalist things? Right, build 5 more. Build 5 more, see if that makes any difference. Give it a shot. Give it a shot nonetheless. We'll see if it does indeed make any difference. Okay. So, the brickyard is hard at work making grout. So making grout is a worker operated step. That's fine. Cool. And then they go into the brick molder. The grout goes into the brick molder. And that's an attended step, but this is an unattended step. Okay, that's fine. And then they go into the brick kiln with coal. Now, do we have enough coal spare? We might need to increase our coal numbers. Right. Get a few more people on coal. On coal mining. Yeah. Just to make sure that we always have somebody working on coal at all times. And what do we actually need to do with bricks? Is there any inclination as to what bricks actually do? Used for monument construction? Literally monument construction. Okay, cool. So that means that we should just be able to get a warehouse down here, and yep, we should be able to store bricks in there. Fantastic. Okay, grand. So I think we're on to our last bit of research now, other than, of course, monument construction. And that's clothing. So clothing is used for supplying houses. So that should be something that will make our villagers happy, or unhappy as the case may be. Supply stall for clothing. Let's plonk it down right over there. And let's have a look at how we go about making it. So, probably like here. Yeah, so a carding mill turns raw hemp into yarn. Cool. And then weaves yarns into fabric, and then sews clothing out of fabric at a nearby sewing desk. Okay. Alright, that's fine. I mean, these are herbs that we're growing over here. Whereas we are growing hemp somewhere. That's potatoes. There's hemp down here. Okay, so it would probably make sense if our clothing operation was... like what? Round about here? Yeah, let's get 2 of those. And 2 of those. Right, we'll amend the number of machines as necessary, but that's something at least. Sure. That there. I want to leave this space available for extra machines for the carding mill. Carding mill. I've literally never heard that term before. And then this can go up there. And a sewing desk. We'll put 3 sewing desks for 3 workers. We should also probably get a 3rd loom as well. Yeah, sure. Stick a 3rd loom there. So 3 looms, 2 carding mills. Yeah, 2 building carding mills, and each carding mill will have 2 carding machines and 2 spinning mules, or at least that's how many things we'll have in total, not each building. Goodness gracious me, it's very confusing. Anyway, that's fine. That's kind of sorted, at least for now. We don't need to worry too much. Too much about that at all. I don't believe. I still just want to figure out why the herbs are taking such a darn long time to grow. I think we just straight up need way more herb production. What have we got too much of? Not carrots. Tomatoes. We are a little bit OTT on the tomato front. Right. Change some of these tomatoes to herbs. Yeah, what I think about 4. 4 seems very, very reasonable. So that should be good. Paper roller. It's literally just planks. It's literally just planks. Okay. I'm gonna assign this lumberjack to work on this forest as well. So we are doing our best to try and, you know, destroy the environment and all that, but it's taken a long time. Right, 4 out of 24 bricks. That's not too bad. We are making progress on the brick front. Have we got a brick storage warehouse yet? No, we've got half a warehouse full of glass. That's not too bad. How many bricks are we going to store in here? Presumably not that many. We've got 3. Cool. Alright, grand. So, bricks are going to automatically sort of stack up, which is brilliant. Stack up in the warehouse. Clothing, once we get that all sorted, should develop rapidly. How much hemp do we have? We've got 56 hemp, so I would not worry at all about our hemp figures. I don't know why I said figures there. That was not the word that I was searching for, but it's the word that my brain gave me, and therefore I feel like I need to double down on it. Anyway, that's the word. That is what it is. Cool. How's this going? We got the stuff. Hemp turned into sliver. Never ever heard of it. That is an attended process, and then we need to go to a spinning mule to turn the sliver into yarn, and it's both worker attended. Okay, man, our productivity is so garbage right now. It's so garbage. I don't even understand it. I don't even understand it. What are people complaining about? I mean, if only we could invent, like, wagons or carts or something. I bet you that'll be an update. I bet you that'll be an update that comes to this game at some point. Like, wagons, so that multiple resources can be transported at once, rather than one person carrying one resource from one side of the town to the other. It's just a massive faff, isn't it? But, I mean, we're fine for food. We're totally fine for food. A little bit low on the old carrots. But that's it. We've got loads of food in reserves. Yeah, but a little bit low on ye old carrots. How many flowers do we have? We only have 12 seedlings. That's not actually that many. I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised. But that's okay. Alright. The entirety of the clothing manufacturing process is up and running, and we've actually already manufactured 2 clothing, so that's pretty darn good. Right, well, I mean, we're 24 minutes into this here little episode. What say we go unlock monument construction, and we see what is required for the construction of ye old monument. 30 stone slabs, 50 bricks, and 20 glass provides 30 points of happiness, and it's very monumental. Well, to be honest, I really do flipping need the happiness right now. I mean, it would make sense for it to be, the monument to be in the civic center, right? That would indeed make sense. 30 stone slabs. I mean, we should have the stone slabs, no problem. We totally do. The glass, how much glass was it? 20 glass. I mean, we've got the glass. It's just the bricks that we don't have. It's just the bricks that we don't have, and there's 50 of them that we need. So, I dare say, there's a decent amount of work to be done on the brick front. How can I accelerate the brick process? I think I could probably start with getting down another brickworks. And then another kiln in the middle there as well. That would definitely help. Gives us an extra worker to man the brick kilns. And that will be pretty important. Right, I mean, this is going to take us a while to do, so why don't I plop this into 2 times speed? That seems like the astute thing to do. Right, the arborists. Arborists are doing a fantastic job, but there are far too many of them. There are far too many arborists. Goodness gracious me. Maybe there weren't far too many arborists. Let me reassign those arborists, because they do have to run across open land. Oh, also I can make brick roads. Improves villager movement speed by 50%. Villagers prefer to take roads over unpaved tiles. Can only be built on grasslands. Yeah, I get it. Give me a, like, super highway to this area. So get the builders to come down here and fix up a road for the arborists to run across. That would be real nice. Right. How's it going? We need 35 bricks or so, and that will be us. I mean, that's not bad, actually. That's not bad. I think I can take it at a 2x speed, to be honest. I don't think I think I was a little bit overeager for a second there. Right, so the arborists, they're sorted for now. Brickworks, the extra brickwork capacity, that should help. Are we fine for coal? We're not fine for coal. I need more coal. Well, why don't we construct a brand new stone access road down this way? And then why don't we get a bunch of quarries? Right round the stone area over here. And then we will get a whole bunch of coal pits specifically for the purpose of extracting coal. There we go. So let's get all of those built. Let's assign 3 people to each of the quarries. Maybe that's overkill. Maybe it's not. Who knows? Planks. Doesn't actually look like we're going to have a problem with planks. Well, I am delighted for once not to have an issue with planks. Okay. Sure. We've crafted as many clothes as we need in order to claim 50 knowledge. Not super bothered by that. That's not a problem. 23 out of 24 bricks as well. So we're definitely heading towards a successful bricking mission. And the clothing mission, as I say, was just successful. So that's wonderful. There's no more tech that we need to get, which is grand. As I suspected, I do indeed think that this will be the last episode. I think we probably supplied all of the glass that is required for the monument construction. Stone slab as well. Stone slabs, I suspect we have in total abundance. Indeed we do. 64 out of 64 in that one, and presumably 64 out of 64 in this one as well. Yeah, completely. So we don't actually need any more stone slab. There we go. That's our brick mission done. Let's claim that. Wonderful. And then all we need to do is wait for our quarry to give us a little bit more coal, and that will allow us to transform. Well, what uses coal? The brick making process uses coal. This doesn't use coal. The pottery kiln doesn't use coal. What else used coal? Ah, yes, the glass. The glass works and the brick works. Both use coal. That's why we need more of the stuff. That makes perfect sense now. Makes perfect sense. Should I increase the number of builders temporarily? Sure. I'll increase the number of builders on a very, very temporary basis. Just to get the path done. Just get the path done, and then we can revert to the normal number of builders, which I think is about 10. There we go. So as I say, literally just the bricks that we're waiting for right now. So let me see if I can do something about this. So grout mixer and the brick molder. I think I need to get some more brick yards. Yeah, give me another brick yard. Or 2. And then I'll also add one more grout mixer and one more brick molder right over there, so that it's within range of all of the other brick working facilities. Okay, it's a little bit messy. It's a little bit messy over here, but it's fine. Man, my happiness is just not really where it needs to be. I really do think I need to develop a greater compassion for... Wait, what? Stored medicine. Do we have too much medicine now? Medicine. Oh my goodness, we actually have more than enough medicine. What the heck is happening here? But the medicine isn't being stored at the... What? Why are we not storing all of the medicine at the stall? I mean, this supply stall can store 12 medicine, and we have got way more than that. I mean, it's all just sitting idle in the herbalist's shack. Why is it not being transported over to where it's needed? I find that very peculiar. Very, very peculiar indeed. Presumably the same with pottery. Yeah, we got 23 pottery, but only like 1 or 2 bits of pottery is being stored at the supply stall. I'm gonna try deleting this market stall, and then deleting all of the corresponding supply stalls. Free up a little bit of space, but also I think it would just be better to have everyone coming to the same place in order to pick up their goods. Now, I don't know if that's going to make any difference, but I feel like it should. You know, all of the goods are going to be supplied to this area. All the supply stalls in this area are going to be prioritized over everything else. And also, it'll free up a little bit of space in the actual civic center of the city, or the town, MicroTown, as you might say. Yeah, that was... I don't know why I said that. Okay, how many more bricks? Not many, actually. Not many. Have our improvements made any impact whatsoever? Why on earth? Why on earth are we not building faster? I thought we had all of the resources that we needed. How many carriers do we have? We've got 76 carriers. And we have 173 idle tradesmen. That is shocking. That is absolutely shocking. I guess all of these windmills and all of these bakeries probably drastically increase the numbers. Let me see if I can free up some idle tradesmen. Might be an idea. Might be an idea. And by might be an idea, I mean it absolutely seems like a very good idea. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, let's lay off a bunch of people that make firewood, because let's be real, we don't need any more firewood. We are totally fine for firewood for forever, I suspect. Textile mill. Lay off 2 of those people. How many is that? Okay, so we've taken it down by about 20, 25. That's, I mean, it's better than nothing. Where are all of these idle people hiding? Where are they all hiding? I guess it's all in like the gardeners and just like the single people who, or the double people who are working at like bakeries, and you know, the people who are still working at farms. Okay, let me destroy half of these farms. It's probably a little bit overkill, isn't it? Actually, no. Cancel deconstruction. Deconstruct that. Sure. Okay, alright. And that'll take it down by another couple. That'll take it down by another couple, the number of idle workers. So that's crap. Okay. Let's not have 3 people at each of these mills. 1 or 2 is probably completely adequate. Alright. That's looking good. How's the monument coming along? I have no idea why the stone slabs haven't been delivered quicker. Because they totally should be. Like, why are they not being delivered quicker? We've got, you know, like 120 in storage. And that's just in the silos, not to mention actually at the masons. Oh well. Doesn't particularly matter. Right, so it looks like consolidating my sort of supply stalls into one area has definitely made a difference. I say that. Medicine is still, like, ridiculously short. And I just can't fathom the reason why. I cannot fathom the reason why. Right. Ditch that plot, ditch that plot. And I'm going to put in a brand new road right across here. Once these two plots have been demolished, we'll stick in a brand new bit of road. Just so that, you know, medicine can be delivered that little bit quicker to the supply stall. There we go. Wonderful. Right. So get that all done. That's grand. How are our brickworks doing? Brickworks seems to be going pretty well. Well, brickyard and brickworks. Kind of the same thing, aren't they, I suppose? Yep, we just need more unfired bricks, and I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. And once we do that, we will have our monument. Looks like the entirety of the stone slabs have been supplied. That's wonderful. I tell you what, I would love to get above 0 happiness. That would be fantastic. When that's the aim, I feel like it's a pretty poor aim. I mean, it's not a poor aim. I think it's a great aim to have. It's just it's a shame that this has to be my aim, you know? But yeah, it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. I still have absolutely no idea why everyone is complaining about not having any of the niceties, because the niceties should be here. And they should be here in absolute abundance. We got 4 tomatoes. We got 4 tomatoes. We got 2 tomatoes there. We got 4 tomatoes stored over here. They're just everywhere. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know why they're not being delivered to the food stall quick enough. And therefore getting people all agitated. Maybe the trick is to have more food stalls. Like, if I was to have more tomato food stalls, if I was to get 3 more tomato food stalls, would that make any difference? Alright, put that on high priority construction. Also, I feel like there needs to be an upgraded house. Because at the moment, just having one house which has, you know, space for 8 people, I feel like we should be able to get bigger houses. That would seem like the logical thing. Right, 2 bricks. 2 bricks are en route. We're so close. So close to being done with this monument. 30 happiness. Goodness gracious me. How wonderful. Right, so we've got another tomato. We've got another tomato or tomato. I don't judge. I'm not gonna judge you on the way that you say it. Anyway, we got a tomato. We got a tomato storage option. Or 2 more tomato supply stalls. And if that's the case, will that allow me to deliver more tomatoes to the stalls at any given time? I don't know. I just don't know. Let me try with ham. Let me get some more ham stalls. 3 more ham stalls. Oh, hey! Congratulations! You've completed the main objective. Total world time 5 hours 1 minute and 50 seconds. Total gameplay time 4 hours 14 minutes and 10 seconds. Brilliant! Absolutely fantastic. You can continue building the village if you wish, and indeed I will. Because I want to see if I can try and build another monument. I actually want to build it in the center of town, but I'm delighted that I've actually completed the game. What a wonderful little game, eh? Wait, what? I can't build another monument? Only 1 building of this type can be built? Are you kidding me? That's a little bit silly. Okay, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me see if I can try and fix my happiness. I still want to try and get my happiness to above 0. I think maybe the way that I can do that is by doing exactly what I suggested earlier. by getting more and more supply stalls of different types in order to allow more resources to be delivered. I don't know why this would matter, but apparently it might. Let me get these roads deconstructed so that I can build some more supply stalls in their place. It's supply stalls for medicine and clothing that we really need to build. So that's clothing. 2 more for medicine, and I'll build 2 more for clothing. Sure, that's fine. It's not a perfect ratio. I could destroy that and build another thing for medicine, and that would be 3 extra stalls of each type, I believe. Right. So as soon as that gets destroyed, put that on high priority. Yeah. Come on. Somebody destroy this. Brilliant. Okay, great. Well, I tell you what that does mean. It does mean that we've probably got a bunch of free bricks. Not many, but a few. A few that we can use for road upgrades, if indeed we desire it. I also feel like there might be something to be said about getting a road up this way here. I know I've talked about it before, but I think I need it. Right. Tavern. We're going to construct another tavern. We're going to stick it right in there. That tavern's going to be deconstructed as high priority. It's going to knock off some people's access to some taverns, but that's okay. We're also going to demolish that house right there. And we are going to put in some brand new brick road. Not a yellow brick road, mind you. Just a brick road. And in fact, we could probably get away with destroying this warehouse. I mean, we never have any spare tools anyway. Furniture as well. Furniture can be knocked down because we've got a furniture store over here as well. So let's do that. Stone slabs, I'll keep that warehouse. Firewood, I'll keep that warehouse. Planks, I will keep that warehouse as well. But if I destroy those, then that will mean I will be able to get like a nice little shortcut up through here as well. And we will all be better for it. Oh, interesting. Interesting. We've got 8 homeless villagers again. I've not had homeless villagers from since the start, actually. Well, no matter. We can rectify that fairly easily by just sticking down an extra house. Sure, stick down the extra house over there. Stick that on high priority as well. And let's see if we can try and get this road built. Brilliant. How many bits of brick does it take to build a road? 4 bits of brick. Okay, so there is going to be a pretty big backlog on our bricks because we only had 9, I think. Well, 12. We only had 12 when I started construction. It does take a flippin' long time in order to turn grout into an unfired brick. That is pretty ridiculous. But that's okay. Maybe instead of like a full brick road, maybe I just get it built as a stone road and then we upgrade it sort of when we have the actual resource to do so. I think that would probably be the sensible thing. Right, high priority, get that disassembled, and then rebuild it with regular bricks. I mean, look, my happiness is absolutely abysmal. Bear in mind that this figure of minus 50 includes the plus 30 bonus from the monument. Minus 96 from high population. Isn't that the point, though? Isn't that the point of this video game? Isn't it to have a high population? Ooh, we got some lovely brick road. It's not yellow, so Dorothy would not approve. But, you know, it's just a regular brick road. I'm sure she'd understand the circumstances in which I'm forced to use a red brick road as opposed to a yellow brick road. Okay. Right, so once we get this path online, it should help us really, really, really accelerate access to the stalls. Yeah. Just wondering. Is it perhaps a better idea? Is it perhaps a better idea to ditch these 2 clothing supply stalls? I think I do actually want to ditch both the clothing supply stalls there. And I'd like to reconnect that path that I just deleted from this area. Yeah, maybe not a very smart move, but that's okay. I figure it'll all work out in the end. Anyway, if we put a path in there, path in there. Brilliant. Okay, look, people already seem to be using this this access route, which is absolutely fantastic, and that's completely what it's intended for. And once we get the proper super high-speed path online, it's gonna make an even bigger difference. Yeah. In fact, I suspect that this route will probably start to be much, much, much less used. Yeah, I mean, I'm fairly happy with that. It's a quicker connection to all of the sort of heavy industry down in the south, and it's also a quicker connection for the citizens from the Old Town Center to the Supply Town Center. So, there we go. Yeah, okay, that's not too bad. 1,295 deliveries without items. See, that's why we need more carriers. But I can't get more carriers until we sort our happiness problem. I can't sort our happiness problem until we get more deliveries. I can't sort our delivery problem until we get the supply stalls. And I can't sort our supply stalls until we get more planks. So it's like this never-ending backlog of things that need to be done. Okay. There is one clothing store that we have here, which I absolutely do not know where it is. It looks like increasing the number of stalls has made absolutely zero difference whatsoever to anything. Right. I'm going to take a whole bunch of people off windmills. I'm going to really try and cut down on, like, useless tradesmen. Because that is really costing me in terms of efficiency. There we go. Half the amount of chaps working at the wells. Brilliant. Anyone that's sitting idle will be taken off their duties. Alright, great. Anyone idle? Yeah, you. Right, come on. We're aiming for Lazy Tradesman 0. You know how people talk about Inbox 0? Well, on this occasion, it's Lazy Tradesman 0. I figure I can always sort of like retroactively go back and assign sort of certain people to working here. But I cannot stand the sight of people just standing around doing absolutely diddly squat, twiddling their thumbs all day. What's that? 106 idle tradesmen. And that's reduced our deliveries. It's reduced our deliveries to, or undelivered items to 1,100. I mean, still much higher than it's ever been. Or still much higher than it was in the last episode. But certainly, that's an improvement. Alright. Okay. Okay. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. I'll keep you on the farm just to sort of oversee things. Yeah, you can chill out. I think we've got probably an okay number of farmers over there. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there. Mortuary dude, you can probably stick around for a while. Reduce the number of people over there. Cool. Yeah, we'll keep you on, but no one else. Florists, we'll keep one florist. Herbalists, reduce the amount of herbalists by like 50% at least. In fact, like probably like 75%. As I say, we need to prioritize deliveries over everything else, right? I don't really want to cut back on the number of gardeners too much. Tell you what, I can just take everyone off the windmills. It's kind of difficult to see what's a windmill and what's not a windmill here. And it's difficult to click on them as well. Alright. People on wells. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to take it down to one person. One person on the wells. Brilliant. Right. How many lazy tradesmen is that? That's 78. 78 lazy tradesmen. Okay. See if we can cut that back further. Goodness gracious me. I don't know where all these dudes are hanging out. This is ridiculous. Masons, that's 5. 5 extra people that we've got. 5 lazy tradesmen cleaned up. Quarry, that's 3 more. Ah. These 2 quarries were hiding 7 lazy tradesmen. Okay. And you've got 3. Take all 3 of you off. Okay. Anybody else? I will leave one person here. We'll leave one person on there. Just to sort of keep up the coal production. So what is that now? 812 items without delivery. And that's us down to 55 idle tradesmen. Okay, I mean that's better. That's better than it's been. That's better than it's been in a while. Deliveries still way too high. And what do you know? What do you know? We are actually totally legitimately in the positive. I can't actually believe it. Okay. Build a few more houses. That's fantastic. That's really, really good. I mean, we're not actually in the positive yet, technically, because that monument is giving us plus 30 happiness. But we're about to hit 0 we would be about to hit 0 if we didn't have the monument right now. So, I mean, look, that's a great step. That's a total step in the right direction. Our food has been absolutely decimated, though. No idea where all of our food has gone. I suppose we just haven't been replenishing it. I guess that kind of makes sense, right? Right. Put a few butchers back on the books, so to speak. And let's also see if we can get some of these roads upgraded to proper, wonderful brick roads. Look at this thoroughfare. This is the busiest I've ever seen a road. It's the place to be. It's looking good. How many bricks do we have? 39 bricks. Okay, so we should have absolutely no issues converting all of those bits of stone walkway into regular stuff. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 62 happiness. So that's in actual terms 30 happiness. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I mean, we've run out of bread, so that's not good. But we've got reserves. We've got reserves of bread, so that's fine. 650 undelivered deliveries. That's fine. That's totally fine. I'm okay with this. This is all fine. And how many idle tradesmen? 65. I mean, look, it could be a heck of a lot worse. Alright. Let me assign like 4 bakers. Just to sort of keep things ticking over. So we're able to make some bread. Keep people fed. And there we go. We've got the brick road up and running. So I'm sure everyone will now take this fantastic route. How many people do we have idle? 60, 70 people idle? 69 people idle? Of course. It had to be 69, didn't it? I mean, look. I'm very, very happy with that. Our population is going to increase to a maximum of 520 over the next wee while. I can only be happy about that. That is brilliant, brilliant news. I'm delighted that, honestly, this whole process worked as well as it did. I mean, even without the monument, we'd now be on positive happiness, which is absolutely fantastic. Worker productivity is 110%. Seems a little stingy. I mean, 62 happiness is a pretty good place to be. And only 110% productivity? That seems a little bit lame. Very lame, in fact. But you know what? It's not up to me about what's lame and what's not. I play by the rules. I'm a straight shooter. Anyway, ladies and gents, I think we're going to bring this episode and this series to an end. Apologies for being sick throughout this entire recording, but I've tried my best, and I hope you'll appreciate that. This is MicroTown. I've thoroughly enjoyed my experience with this game. I highly suspect that we will be checking it out again once there is a bunch more content actually in play. What are we? This is like version like 0.2 or something, so I'm sure there's going to be a bunch more features, a bunch more research to come, and yeah, I'm thoroughly looking forward to checking it out again at some point in the future. But for now, thank you very much to my fantastic Patreon supporters who help make videos like this possible. My name's Monumental Potato. I'll see you next time. Bye.